Hey guys, this is Connor Aarons, and I thought this time that we should be taking a look here at The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. So I decided that I wanted to start a walkthrough of this game, considering as how I couldn't really find any other good ones that I think. But anyways, without further regarding that, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about this game. It was in development for the Nintendo GameCube, and it came out in 2003, so this game is almost as old as I am, to be honest. Whenever it first came out, or whenever I first started playing it, I really didn't like this game. I thought it was too goofy and cartoony and childish, which is really what they were going for with this, but then after doing this, it just kind of grew on me, so... Well, I definitely appreciate what it is now, and I'm going to go ahead and start me a save file here, so... I always like to make these personal, just call my name here. And this is going to be a complete 100% walkthrough of the game. I'll be showing you where everything is. Alright, actually starting the gameplay here. Quite a bit to know after the lengthy cutscene, so we are just any other child, any other kid on this island here. And what makes this game different from most Zelda games is Link actually has some kind of family that he lives with. Normally he's just sort of by himself, but this time he's actually a little bit more dependent in this game, which I kind of like, to be honest. If you come over to this kid too, he'll ask you if you can jump across these rocks and collect these rupees. You don't have to do this, but it's a good way to pick up some extra rupees here. They'll be useful to us. Rupees are the currency of Zelda games, if you were not aware. But more into that later. For now, we just have to go and see Link's grandma in her house. But first, there are a few more things to do as well. Like, you come over here, you see this guy he's on his knees, and it appears that he's looking for something. So he's going to say something about a wild pig. And so he'll be through the grass. This is just a side quest that you can get some rupees out of. You don't have to do this. I keep saying that you don't have to do this, but I think it's a pretty good idea to do it. So he'll teach you about crouching here. You use R, and then you can use the control stick to move forward. I'm playing this on the GameCube, by the way. I didn't think I mentioned that yet, but yeah, this is the GameCube version, not the HD version. Although this walkthrough, I believe, should work for the HD version. I've played both, and I really like both. It's just that I wanted an original GameCube version on this channel, so I thought I'd just stick with that. So you take this black pig up here to this pen, a bit of ways away, but it's just right here. Don't worry about throwing the pig, it won't be hurt, it'll be fine, even though I think that they should have made a better way of doing that. So this woman here, she thanks you for going out of your way to get this pig, and I apologize for just skipping the dialogue. I mean, if you're playing this along, then you'll probably just read it in your game, whatever case may be. So she'll reward you with 20 rupees, which is pretty nice. She said she wouldn't have even more of them, so you may have seen this on the way here. Oh, and yeah, you can get on this roof. Not that it really does anything for you. I thought there were rupees up here, but now that you see, he just kind of slips. Yeah, there's no point in being up here. Also, I got interrupted here and forgot about the L targeting tutorial here. Or ZL targeting if you're playing the HD version on the Wii U. It's mainly just the left trigger button on your controller. It's typical in any Zelda game, Z targeting, L targeting, pretty simple. But this pig right here is what I was talking about a second ago. Just go ahead and pick it up. It's not that hard, you gotta be crouching, or else if you just kind of run to it, then it'll just get scared and run off. Alright, so now there are 2 of them in here, and she'll be even happier, and guess what? You may get 20 more rupees after this. Perfectly fine. I really hate taking their family's savings away, but it's a video game, it doesn't matter, Don't do this in real life, kids. Yeah. Alright, I don't know if there are any more, there probably are, but I'm just ready to go. I'm just ready to go and do the next thing. More hidden rupees you can get. Gosh, there are just a lot of these things around here. More hidden rupees you can get if you just crouch underneath Grandma's porch here. There will be a small hole here underneath the house. Appears to hold some kind of treasure, and it does. Chest right here, and it already got 100 rupees. So orange rupees are worth 100 in this game. Now the wallet that we currently have only holds up to 200 rupees, so it's already over half full. We will be upgrading as we go along, but 200 rupees is a pretty good amount right now. Or 155 is what I'm at, as you can see. And now let's go ahead and actually, go inside the house. I had a little bit of trouble. And I don't understand the whole inverted Triforce on the front door. I don't know if this is to be to some strange belief system or whatever. Alright, but Grandma is seemingly not anywhere except up this ladder here. Why she's climbing it at the age she is really makes me wonder, but she does, and she can still get up here, which is nice, and she appears to be holding some kind of clothing for us. It's exactly what it is, the hero's clothes, and as you can see, Link is not all too excited about it. But look at that, they sparkle. Look at that. It's amazing. She's just going to talk about the history of them, how they symbolize the ancient hero of time, and how he saved Hyrule, and, well, as young men were taught the ways of the sword. Alright, now our main objective is to go get Link's little sister Errol back to the house. She'll just be back where we started the game. Back on that high lookout where we were. I'm sure it's very safe for a little child to climb that, right? Completely no railing at all. Nothing to strain, no harness or whatever, but yeah, you're just freely climbing, which is, I'm sure, very safe. Well, anyway, it's our job to head over there and bring her back. I gotta say, this game really did quite a bit for me, because I keep telling you how I didn't really like it at first, but then just after playing through it a couple times, I grew on me, and I came to appreciate it for what it was. It's just most people at the time, they were expecting a realistic Zelda game, and then thus Twilight Princess came out a few years after this one did. Anyway, enough of that. Here is Errol, back here at the top. So we got Errol's telescope, which is actually not that helpful in this game at all. I mean, you can use it whenever you want, but what makes people question this item so much is because you only have to use it one time, and it's literally during like the first 10 minutes of gameplay. Yeah, now that's just very disappointing. Granted, you can use this whenever you want, but you only have to use it once. I don't know. Minor complaint, but I still use it every now and then. I think it's cool. Gives you that little pirate aesthetic, so something's going on. We gotta look up in the sky. Oh dear. Well, that was quite terrifying to watch. So now, yes, we must take it upon ourselves to go investigate and see what we can do about this. And I keep dropping all the way down. I think everybody does that, really. Just because they're too impatient to just sit through and wait. But in our case, maybe you have to go and save her. And she said we need something to defend and protect ourselves with. If you were thinking the shield, that's actually not what we're out to do. Although that is a good logical way to think about it. We actually need a sword in case there's danger to fight off. Can't really kill anything with a shield now, can we? So down here, this is where Orca is. If you remember, Link's grandmother was telling you that Orca is the only one on the island who knows anything about using a sword. Not that it's really hard, to be honest. Anyway, so you come talk to him, and he will give you a lecture about how to use a sword. But basically what he's doing, he's teaching you the controls for combat. Now, I do like the combat in this game quite a bit. It is a bit. I mean, it's pretty easy, seemingly almost too easy, but I don't know, it's nice. It's a kid's game. I guess I didn't want to make it too hard, which I get. But I mean, it's enjoyable. You know? So basically, what you have to do, you just do what he says. So the vertical slice, I accidentally stabbed him instead of a horizontal slice. You just hold down L, and then you press the B button. You just L target him. Do not move the analog stick at all. Keep it where it is, because if you do, then he'll just do a stab, and then he'll push you back, saying, "No, that's not what you're supposed to do." Now this is where you have to stab. You move the analog stick forward, and well, I mean, you can just read the text if you want to have a better description. Now, spin attacks, you can hold the B button and let it go. But what I do, I always like to do the quick spin just because it's cool to do. If you're a new time Zelda player, don't expect to be good at the quick spin so fast. You have to turn the control stick once and then press B. It'll take some time to get good at. I've been playing Zelda for years, so that's why I've gotten quite good at it. So, alright, so I rambled a bit about that. I apologize, and I wasn't explaining things enough, but I think Orca explains them just fine. And then once you're done here, he will give you this sword, because like he said, there's definitely something wrong, and we're gonna need it. So it's very thoughtful of him. Now that we have our hero's sword, we can go ahead and use it to save that girl, potentially. So, perfect. I gotta tell you, the design of Orca really reminds me of Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid. I don't know, just the design. I don't know if they base him off of him, but I think they kinda did. It just really looks like it. Okay, so to get way up there, you just have to follow the path here. Now that we have the sword, I'll show you we can cut grass. And of course, you can get some extra rupees, which is just great, right? Every Zelda fan's dream, truly. Now, you just have to follow the path, make your way all the way up there. It's a bit of a walk, but hey, life isn't always easy, you know? There'll be some grass and there'll be some grass along the way, so you can cut it to get some extra rupees. Come up here, you see, oh no, the trees are in the way. You can read the sign, it just says do not enter. But you know, we're just a little bit rebellious, aren't we? And you may notice as you go up, the music slowly starts to fade away. Makes it a bit more mysterious. It's not dangerous up here, it's just, we're just pretty high up. And the sign there just basically tells you, warning, the bridge is broken. So be careful. You know, that tiny gap. Which, I mean, this bridge definitely looks pretty safe to cross, right? Who knows? That bridge just looks about as old as Link's grandma. Let's be honest here. So there she is, hanging on that tree. And we better go. Got an extra grass here. There's a whole lot of grass here. It would take you probably 5 minutes to cut all of it. Yeah, I didn't do that on video. Alright, this is our first enemy, a Bokoblin. There are quite a few of these in this game, and they've been in quite a few other Zelda games as well. There are many different variations of them. These ones I think are the easiest to fight. The Skyward Sword ones I think are the hardest to fight, just because they block all the time. I'm also in the middle of a Skyward Sword walkthrough as well. And the Twilight Princess ones, they're easy, they're just a bit more aggressive. and they've got a decent amount of health. But these guys here, they're pretty easy. You can see me do quick spin on them. You just really have to fight them. This is a good part of the game to use the combat controls. I think that's why they throw you these guys so early. What doesn't make sense as to how they know we're here, unless the birds that we're on watched us from afar up in the sky. Well, a branch broke and she fell. Man, life really doesn't go the way you expect sometimes, but yeah, Link's little sister just got kidnapped by that giant bird. And now, gives us even more requests to do here. So now things are really starting to get out of hand. So now we are here to basically sail off with them, and they're saying, "No way, Jose, we're not doing that." It was kind of their fault that she was kidnapped, if you think about it, because if they never came here, then that bird wouldn't have come here anyways, and then they sort of feel like, okay, fine, we'll take you with us. Of course. Well, that's actually going to do it for this video, seemingly as how it's been a bit long now. So in the next video here, we will be go ahead and getting the shield from my grandmother's house, because that's what we need to venture out into the Great Sea with them. This game has a very quick start to it, honestly, I'd say, but nevertheless, it's very different among the other ones. So that'll be it for this video. Go ahead and join me in the next video where we will be getting the shield and departing Outset Island into the Great Sea.